When a woman has no one but God, something deep begins to change inside her. This is not a story about weakness. This is a story about strength that is born in silence. It begins when the phone stops ringing, when messages go unanswered, when the people she trusted are no longer there. It begins in moments when the world feels cold and her heart feels tired. And in that place of loneliness, she turns to the only place left: God. There comes a moment in a woman's life when she realizes that the support she expected is no longer there. Friends move on, relationships change, people who once promised to stay quietly disappear. She doesn't always show it. She keeps smiling, she keeps functioning. But inside, she is breaking. She asks herself questions she never thought she would ask. Why did this happen to me? Why am I alone? Why does it feel like no one sees my pain? And sometimes the hardest part is not losing people. It is realizing that the ones she depended on were never meant to carry her pain. Loneliness is loud. It speaks in the middle of the night when everyone else is asleep. It speaks when she lies awake, replaying conversations, reliving disappointments, questioning her worth. In that silence, there is no one to impress, no one to explain herself to, no one to lean on. And this is where many people break. But this is also where transformation begins. Because when all other voices fade, one voice remains: quiet, steady, faithful, God. When a woman has no one but God, her prayers change. They are no longer fancy, no longer rehearsed, no longer perfect. They are honest. Sometimes they are tears. Sometimes they are silence. Sometimes they are simple words like, God, I'm tired. God, I don't understand. God, please don't leave me too. She prays not because she is strong, but because she has no other choice. And slowly she begins to realize something powerful. God is not uncomfortable with her pain. God does not rush her healing. God does not abandon her questions. He stays. When there is no one else to lean on, a woman learns how to stand, not because she wants to, but because she must. She learns how to make decisions alone, how to wipe her own tears, how to keep going on days when her heart feels heavy. She becomes stronger, not louder, more patient, not colder. She stops begging for attention, stops chasing people who don't choose her, stops explaining herself to those who never listen. And in that process, she finds something rare: inner peace. When a woman has no one but God, He becomes more than a belief. He becomes her refuge, her comfort, her strength. God becomes the place she runs to when life hurts, the place she rests when her soul is tired, the place she finds reassurance when the world feels uncertain. She begins to understand that people can leave, but God remains. Promises can break, but God is faithful. Love can fail, but God's presence does not. And this realization changes everything. Healing does not happen overnight. But slowly peace replaces panic, confidence replaces fear, clarity replaces confusion. She no longer needs validation from people who once ignored her. She no longer measures her worth by who stayed or who left. She knows now her value was never dependent on others. It was always secure in God. And that knowledge brings peace that circumstances cannot take away. If you are a woman watching this right now and you feel alone, if you feel forgotten, if you feel unsupported, if you feel like no one truly understands you, remember this: when you have no one but God, you are not being abandoned. You are being prepared. Prepared for strength you didn't know you had, prepared for peace you never thought possible, prepared for a deeper connection that will carry you through life. When a woman has no one but God, she is never truly alone. She is held, she is seen, she is protected. If this message touched your heart, comment Amen below. And remember, peace is still possible.